Hey guys, let's see another answer key from your book Treasures of English for Class 8. This is the answer key for Unit 4, Section 2, The Boy Who Broke the Bank. Answer orally. Number 1. When a bank goes bankrupt, it does not have any money to pay the dues of its customers and employees and in a way loses its credibility in the market. Number 2. The people put their money in the bank to keep their money safe, enjoy various other profitable policies by the government banks as well as private banks. Next exercise, multiple choice questions. For number 1, part C, from Sitaram to Mrs. Srivastava to Mrs. Bhushan to Mr. Kishore to Deepchand to Ganpat. Number 2, part A, he jumped up and ran towards the bank. Number 3, part D, the fact that the people were told to come back the next day. Part 4th, part A, lack of funds and the waiting customers. Next exercise, read and answer. Number 1, part A, Mrs. Srivastava told Sitaram to call Nathu and meet her the next day. Part B, Deep Chand's hand started shaking and he nicked his customer's right ear while cutting his hair. Part C, Mrs. Bhushan's husband called out to the keeper of the barber shop, Deep Chand, and discussed about the collapse of the bank with him. Part D, Ganpat, on hearing the news, leapt to his feet and started running in the direction of the bank quickly. Number 2, a customer at the barber shop overheard Mr. Kamal Kishore advising Deep Chand, the barber, to withdraw his money from the People Nagar bank since it was about to go bankrupt. The customer then went to the general merchant store to make a phone call to Seth Govind Ram, the owner of the bank. On realizing that the Seth was out of town, he assumed that the bank had definitely collapsed. From the general merchant store, the rumor then traveled to the other shops, customers everywhere across the market. Soon, everyone came to know about the collapse of the bank. Number 3. On finding the broken glasses and stones all over the steps of the bank, Nathu chided those who were responsible for the clutter as hooligans. He reflected that to add to the misery of delayed payment, his work had also increased. Next exercise, think and answer. Number 1. The elderly man used the idiom, the bird has flown, which means that the wanted person has fled. Here, the bird means Seth Govind Ram, the owner of the People Nagar Bank. In order to know the truth about the condition of the bank, the elderly man made a phone call to the Seth. However, on knowing that he was holidaying in Kashmir, the caller assumed that the bank had indeed collapsed, thus making the Seth an accused who owed money to his customers and had fled. Hence, the elderly man said that the bird has flown. Number 2. Nathu, the sweeper boy hired for cleaning the stairs of the bank, was responsible for this confusion and chaos. No, he never realized what he had done. He just complained that he hadn't been given his salary while talking to Sitaram. Later, those who came to know about it interpreted that the bank had gone bankrupt. Number 3. The title of the story is apt. The rumors flew from the boy, though the boy did not mean bankruptcy. The news was mishandled and served to others in a wrong way. Hence, the boy is responsible for the news and bank's bankruptcy. Thus, the title of the story is justified. Next exercise, reference to context. Part A, Mrs. Bhushan said this to her husband. Part B, the speaker said this. Part B, the speaker said this because she misunderstood the conversation with Mrs. Srivastava. Part C, the listener was talking with the owner of Kamal Kishore Photographic Shop. Part D, the listener informs his neighbor about the bankruptcy. Then the news travels all over the town like this. Next exercise, word quiz. Answer part D, complain. Next exercise, time for discussion. Rumors are false statements which are person passed on from one person to another in a very short time. Yes, they can cause harm as we read in the story also. The rumor that the bank had gone to loss spread within no time. Next exercise, listen. Part for first one, part B. For second one, part C. For third one, part A. Next exercise, grammar. Use of said. Number one, the man said that he wanted to speak to the king. Number two, the boy said that he was not afraid of a snake. Number three, Sheila said that she had never seen anything so frightening. Use of heard. Part A. Number one, Rahul heard that Ragini was going abroad for higher studies. Number two, Seema heard that Mr. Kumar was going to get promoted. Part B. Number one, I heard on television that a hurricane was coming. Number two, he heard on the radio that the war was over. Number three, I heard at the weather report office that the weather would be hot and sunny. Next exercise, use of thing. Number one, Raghu thought that it was a good dress. Number two, Manu thought that it was too expensive. Number three, the teacher told the student that she thought it was a good story. Number four, Nikhil thought that it would break down. Next exercise, be word wise. Part A. Number one, part B, tolerate. Number two, part D, compete. Number three, part B, lessons. Next, part B, answers. Sufficient, transmission, jubilation, inhabitant, transplant, sequence, defendant, premeditated, frequent, transfusion, guidance, precede, delinquent, post war, contestant, retract. Next exercise, writing one, part A. I decided to throw a party for my friends since I won a dance competition. So around 10 of my friends reached Pizza Hut on time with me. I ordered the food, though some of the items were expensive. I did not mind since my purse was full. We were waiting for the food when I remembered that I needed to call my mother to inform her that we had reached the restaurant safely. But I could not find my handbag, which had my mobile phone and my purse in it. I could see the waiter approaching our table, his hands full of the expensive dishes I had ordered. One of my friends asked whether anything was wrong. I gave a faint smile. I did not want to break the bad news that I had lost my handbag. Instead, I asked my guest to start eating, but nothing would go down my throat. How would I pay? All kinds of ill thoughts crossed my mind. Then I realized that one of my guests stayed near the restaurant. I took her into confidence. She made arrangements to get money from her house through her brother, and finally, I was saved. I was happy that other guests were unaware of the incident and did not miss any fun at the party. Part B, which is the ability to say or write things that are clever and amusing. Humor is a quality in something that makes it funny or amusing. Irony is the strange or amusing aspect of a situation that is very different from what one expects. Though apparently wit and humor are similar, yet the aim of humor is to evoke laughter. Unlike wit, that appeals more to intelligence than fun, irony, on the other hand, is an unexpected twist in a situation that might or might not be amusing. Next exercise, value corner. Yes, wit sometimes can be negative and hurt people. No, it is not a good thing, though apparently wit and humor are similar. Yet the aim of humor is to evoke laughter, unlike wit that appeals more to intelligence than fun. One should also understand the sentiments of the other pen and try not to hurt him her. Next exercise, project. Divide the class into several groups. Assign a particular topic to each group so that the student of a group would look for riddles and jokes connected with it and use them instead of dialogues. For example, Group A, topic animals. Question, what do you call a sleeping bull? Answer, a bulldozer. Question, what time does the duck wake up? Answer, at the crack of dawn. Life skill, go and apologize. The teacher may discuss with the student that they can appreciate her cooking and request her for a treat on Children's Day. At the same time, they should refrain from playing such pranks in future and causing inconvenience to others. That's all from Shub's English tutorials. Thanks for watching. Keep watching. Take care. Goodbye.